die, eventually after crawling about on the ground. So at least I didn't just give up. Although at this point I think I just should have. Start this. I die and I die and I die.
What the hell am I doing? This is how we do it. Oh no, oh no.
That's insane. Hey guys, my name's Dankarthis, and today we are playing Disturbed. It's an interactive horror game story that's all completely text-based and it has pictures in the background. So far from what I've read online, Disturbed is actually a very positive game. It's not really positive actually. Apparently quite disturbing, which kind of goes with the title, Disturbed. It's been released on October 3rd, 2016, and yeah, as I said, it gets mostly positive reviews. I don't know much about this game other than that, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, something is wrong. I just kind of skipped everything. Let's go and return back to the main menu, and we'll fix that. Alright. Let's try it again now. Okay, this is taking too long as well. Alright, again. Another dull day was... Okay, no, this is too fast. Okay. Alright. This is too fast again. Alright. One last time. Alright. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt. For some time, the air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Why is it... No? There, you stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. There, got rid of the auto-skipping. So, I don't know anything really, I just missed it all. I saw my crops were wilting, so I guess we'll go to my crops. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away, and time is running short. I guess we'll follow the path. Maybe we'll find what's probably causing the crops to wilt. Alright, you continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there could be something helpful in there. Let's go into the cave then. There is a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You know, I'm actually starting to think that this was a bad idea. I don't know why, but caves usually are bad. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight from outside. I guess let's go further into the cave. Okay, yes. Before you take your next step, a large bear emerges from the darkness. I thought this was a bad idea. You realize that you have made a terrible mistake, even thinking that something helpful can be in here. Fight the bear or run away. I'm going to run away. The moment you turn to run, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking the loose stones above the cave. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Well, you make it to the trail, then the bear catches up with you, tackling you to the ground. You scream in pain as the bear rips you apart. Ugh. Your adventure ends here. Oh, another achievement. Scratch off another off the list. And I am dead. Perfect. Alright, let's try that again. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt, and your cow is sick. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made it up to your mind, you are going to do something about it. So that's what we missed it before when it was all just auto-skipping completely, like, super fast. So you stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. I went to the crops before. I'm going to go to my house because I feel that is actually much safer than going into a cave. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is the same as you left it. Perhaps this is maybe a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will just go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Alright, yeah, so I guess I have to figure out what to do next here. Read in your journal, open chest, lay in bed, go back outside. I don't want to go back outside. Let's open my chest, maybe there's some nice things in there. Less disturbing things. Open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. That's quite sad. Maybe I'll learn more about myself if I read in the journal. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Beth Ann is also doing quite well, never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with a cow. I want to be that social with a cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bit to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. Dear Journal, I woke up one night to a foul smell I have never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip into the city to see what this is about. Maybe that's something good. I should go into the city. And there's my journal. Now, it said I can lay in the bed. I wonder if this is going to be like an ending death scene. You lay in your bed and fall asleep to the light sound of wind blowing outside against the grass. You begin to hear whispers and chants, but you can't make anything of it. An image appears before you, a stone, glowing as if it were alive. The chants get louder as your vision grows in more detail. You reach towards the stone with your hand. As your fingers make contact, a clash of thunder rattles around you. Your clothing and skin start to flake away like dust in the wind. The particles flow into the stone, sapping the life from your body. Oh crap, did I die again? You feel pain you have never experienced before, and fears begin to flood over you. You suddenly see yourself laying in bed, never to wake up again. Your adventure ends here. I got another achievement. I am your nightmare. Alright. Let's see if I can make it farther than 5 minutes without dying this time. Alright, so we went in the house before, and I figured out some more stuff, and I died. Went to the crops before, and I died. So let's go to my shed, which apparently someone stole from. Maybe someone left something there that caused everything. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Oh, crap. Alright, well then let's just go to the crops. See if I can find anything there. Maybe I hid the key in the pen. Ooh, that was loud. Toxic fumes burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Ew. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a mushroom. Ugh. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. My hands are all covered in stuff. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores sprays from the mushrooms. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly, your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as poison spreads. Ugh. You die, eventually after crawling about on the ground. So, at least I didn't just give up. Although, at this point, I think I just should have. Your adventure ends here. Oh, those are some serious shrooms. Nothing hallucinogenic or fun about those shrooms. Alright, so apparently this game just keeps on making you die. So let's keep trying to figure out all the other different ways I could die. So let's start again. Another dull day passes. Yes. Very dull. Alright, so let's go back to the crops. Let's go back into the pen, but this time we won't touch the frickin' mushrooms. Alright, I guess let's inspect the water. Maybe that'll give me some idea what's going on. Although I think the shrooms are what's causing this deathly blight. You inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. Yeah. So let's leave the pen. So obviously it's tainted the water, so if I have to drink water in the future, don't drink it. We'll just follow the path. This time we won't go into the cave. We'll just continue down the path a bit more. You come across to stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. Okay, I guess let's inspect the wagon and figure out another way to die. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes scattered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. Was that the key to my shed? After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a shack similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow, from what you recall. Maybe he is home. Yeah, let's inspect the shack. You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon, and you use it on the door. The door unlocks. Okay, so it's not the key to my shack. You decide to help yourself in. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fears. You think of the man that used to dwell here. I see that there's a trap door. It looks like there's a lot of blood leading from the trap door. That's pretty sickly. And obviously must be a death. So I'm going to expect the book on the table and then open up the trap door to my death. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly. Thank goodness. What am I thrilled most about, however, is what I am thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me at the conclusion of our day. Apparently there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod... Whoop, I skipped it. No, I went back. Okay, never mind. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick. But what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. I guess I'm gonna have to take a look at that that pond. I live on a farm. I'm gonna go to the pond. These past couple weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under and I have lost nearly everything I own. This has punished me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave while they can. Yes, I will leave. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you got chills running down your spine. Alright, I guess let's open this trap door and figure out what is down there. You observe the trap door and notice the lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Oh, the man was a creep. Is he into slave trading? Because I see that there's somebody chained up to a wall. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. Yeah, it must be sex trafficking. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness surround you as you stay in this awful place. Yeah. I guess I'll try and talk to the woman, if she's alive. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. The woman. You there? Let me out of here. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. It would make me freeze too. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. You. What got you locked up to begin with? Woman. You'll never believe me, even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. I don't know, she kind of looks like a demon. If I decline, maybe she'll get mad and kill me. If I free her, maybe she'll get mad and kill me. I don't know. I'm gonna be a good guy and free the woman. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. Oh, she's creepy. I will now do you a favor. It's okay, you can just go. Ay, ay, ay. What seemed to be the face of a helpful woman disappears as a horrible image manifests itself before you. Ugh. You feel a chilling grip of bone hands lock onto your arms. Energy flees from your body and you fall to your knees. You feel the essence of your life slip away as everything goes black. It is unfortunate that your journey ends here. I got the achievement Damsel in Distress. And I lived longer this time. I'm gonna go with one more try here. I'm gonna go back to the shack, and this time I'm gonna decline helping her and see if maybe it was just a trap that I can't help her at all. Alright, well, I messed up here. I actually forgot to pick up the key. So we're back at the shack, and I can't open it. It just knocks and nobody answers. I'm just gonna assume that the girl, if you decline, she just gets all sad and tries to guilt trip you into opening it, and I just say fuck you and leave. So let's actually just cross the bridge. maybe I'll get to the pond that has that, unusually large fish. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all of that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. I have a feeling that taking a nap is bad. I'm gonna do it anyway. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Oi! Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling then overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. Okay, I didn't die. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. Yeah. You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Go left or go right? I don't know. The right way is always right, so let's go left. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of trail that leads through the grass up towards a nearby hill. If you had stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? Follow the trail in the grass, or continue down the path? Or go back where the path split? No, you know what? Let's be adventurous. Let's follow the trail in the grass. Ooh, a sword. Following the subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. I guess let's inspect the grave. You approach the grave. You look at the sword with intrigue. Oh, a ghost. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword? May I have it? Fucking ballsy of me. Blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire this sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in the darkness. Am I not pure? I've been living a life of solitude. Oh no. Maybe he knows I've been having relations with my cow, since I can only socialize so much with a cow. You know what? Let's grab the sword. How cursed can it be? You reach for the sword. Before you can lay a finger on it, the spirit grabs your arm. Sharp pain flows over your body as your flesh melts off your bones. But fragments remain fall to the ground. Your adventure ends here. A cursed blade. Great. What an achievement. Alright, well. I guess that's as much as I'll play for Disturbed in this episode. It's already gone on long enough. We'll continue this on. I like it. I want to finish the game. I heard that there's pretty much like 15 death endings, and I've gotten like, I guess, half, because I keep on dying. I think there's a good ending and there's a bad ending if I've read somewhere. I don't know how to get to them, so we'll figure that out together. A really fun game, very disturbing in some points. I will admit, maybe jump a few times, but then again, what doesn't make me jump? So, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe, like, and be sure you hit that bell, make it ring, that way you can know when my next video is up ASAP. So, until another time, keep watching my videos, and thanks for watching. Bye.